Alright, I'm going to make a quick video about how to insert pictures into Microsoft Word. I did a quick search for pickle, because why not? And I'm going to click on this. And when I get this, I'm going to get this video. I'm going to right click and copy this image. I'm going to come over to Microsoft Word where I have some words typed, and just for fun, change the size so they don't wrap quite as pretty as they were before. I'm going to click and go to insert, and I can insert the picture, or I've already copied and pasted, so I'm just going to go to paste and paste that image, and it came in like that. Now, I don't know if you've ever noticed, when you put this in, you get the handles. If you resize it, you will warp that image. That's my biggest pet peeve. You do not want to do that. Control Z to undo that. I'm going to hold down the Shift key and resize. Have you ever noticed when you try to move it, it just doesn't move the way you want it to? Well, that has to do with wrap. So if we click on the picture tools right here and we come here to wrap text, if I come down here, I can choose. Right now, by default, it's in line with text, and that's where you can't move it then. If I choose square, then it now wraps around this image wherever you want it to go. And if I rotated it around, see how it still would be square. Okay. If I choose tight, it would wrap around tight around this image. Now, because this image, it is tight around this image because this image has aqua blue on the outside. I'm going to go through. Won't show up a whole lot again because this is transparent. Top and bottom. Text is on the top and on the bottom, but not in between. Behind the text, if I do this right now, I would lose that picture. I wouldn't be able to grab it again. So if you're going to do this, you want to make sure you grab this image, move it to the edge a little bit, then move it to behind, because once you click off of it, you cannot click on that image unless you grab it from the side. And if you let go right there, you won't be able to grab it again. So be aware. And you can also have it go in front. And why would you want your text to go in front? I don't know, but you could. All right, let's go back to the internet, and we're going to go to tools, and I'm going to go to color, and I'm going to choose transparent, because this time I want an image that has transparency. Let's see if this one really does. Yes, it does. See how it has a checkerboard? I'm going to right click and copy that image. I'm going to come back to Microsoft Word, and I'm going to paste. Resize it by grabbing on the Shift key and grabbing the corner handle and move that down, and we can move this, and again, it doesn't move unless we change the wrap. Now again, square, tight, tight. Let's show you, see how it wraps around that one a little bit tighter, and behind and front. This right here, edit wrap points, if I decided I wanted it, I don't really like how it's wrapping right here, I can click and I can move this in. And you can grab images that don't have transparency and still have them wrap around, so you can customize that and make it really. And you can imagine if this was paper on pickles and I had a pickle wrapping around the outside of it, how that might be kind of cool. So that's what you can do with images. All right, on to some more things that you can do with Microsoft Word from the Insert menu. We talked about pictures, we talked about online pictures. Remember, I don't like to go to online pictures because it searches and I just don't find what I need to anymore. I find it much better on Google. Shapes, we talked about that a whole bunch. We're going to skip Smart Art for a second. I'm going to come down to Chart. When I click on Chart, it triggers Microsoft Excel. See how it's triggering? There it is. Okay, so from here you can choose all kinds of preset charts, and they're really pretty cool, and you can make all kinds of charts. Imagine you're doing something for science class and you want to have distance, rate, and time. Well, maybe you want it to be a column graph. You can choose. There's all kinds of different columns that you can choose. Maybe I like that one. I click OK. From there, it inserts it. You get chart tools now. You have all kinds of different created ones that you can do. If you click on this, you get a couple more. You can change the colors by coming down here and choosing different themes. You can make your own colors by clicking on the objects and going to right click and fill, and you can have it fill with red or blue or green or whatever color you want. So you can customize it yourself. You can outline it with different colors. You can label these. Now notice this triggers Microsoft Excel. We haven't learned about that in this class, and we didn't get to it. We were going to touch base on it a little bit. When you get here, we can go, let's see, this would be Sally, and this would be Roger, and this is Juan. Juan's name tonight. And maybe the categories are peanuts and celery and who knows. But you can see they get changed in here, and you can double click and you can change quite a bit. You can even come up here and change the title and put in whatever you want. You can customize this quite a bit. You see I have the columns and the rows. Well, I can switch between them by clicking here, and now I can see the chart a little bit. Let's see, change chart type right here, and I can say, well, I really want it to be a line graph, and then I could go here. And again, you can change this any way you want. You can see how in science class you might need a quick chart, and you pop that out. It doesn't take that long, and it really is pretty impressive looking. Don't forget that there is a format menu, and you can do all kinds of things from here. Next thing I want to show you is this little button right here. This one really comes in handy if you need to do a quick screenshot of something. It's right built into Microsoft Word. You just click, and the nice thing about this is that you can grab from other windows that you have open. So if I can come back here and say, well, I want to click on this, and now I've got a screenshot of this, I can come up here to crop this and say, whoops, that's not what I want to do. And be careful you don't resize it. You're going to grab the black handles. Maybe I want to go here and here, and I click enter to set it, and then I grab shift to make that bigger. And then maybe I want to say, hey, look, you need to click right here, and there you go. I can make this bigger too. And let's say you're trying to teach someone how to do this and say, no, you got to click right here. I do this all the time when I'm trying to make directions for my parents on how to use their iPad. I can take those screenshots and put arrows and put step 1, click here, step 2. So that really comes in handy. And you can do screenshots from Microsoft Word of anything, including stuff from the internet. So that's kind of cool. Okay, next let's go back to this Smart Art. This is something that I was not going to tell you about. No, actually I was going to tell you about, but I tell you not to tell the other teachers, because have you ever had one of those days where you're like, oh man, I slept so well? Like you come in, you're all rested, and someone in the locker next to you says, oh my God, I was up all night long doing that project. And you go, oh, what project? Well, Smart Art can save you for those days. If you click on this, so when you get Smart Art, you can have all kinds of little built-in things. Let's say I wanted to do a cycle. I click on here, and you get some choices. Let's see, we'll go. Click on this little triangle right here. You can type in here. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Okay, and I'm going to click on those, and I'm just going to press delete to get rid of them. There it goes. Okay, so you have these. That looks cool, right? Well, you know there's more. You can click on any of these and you see how cool they look. We can also have all kinds of ones here. We can change the colors. You know I love rainbows. And you decide you want to add some more. You can add as many as you want. Take them away. And you can click on them and you can format them and you can change the color and fill yourself to any color that you want, so you're not limited this. You can actually even put in gradients. And if I took the time, I could make a rainbow gradient, and you know I would love that. You can also click these and you can add gradients to this too as well. So imagine if it had colors, how much fun that would be. If you decide you want to choose different ones here, you've got different ones as a choice. You also can come, let's see, here, and you can do your fills from here. That's the shape fill. I probably don't want that. But if I do and the next thing I'm going to show you, again, we're going to go to the insert menu and we're going to come here to word art. And this is probably my most favorite one, so I've saved it for last. When you click here, you've got some word art. It looks kind of simple and it doesn't look like, oh yeah, okay, that's kind of cool. But it's not, it's more cool than this. So okay, so let's press enter. Oh my goodness sakes. And I'm going to move this over. I can highlight this and I can change the size, of course. Let's make it bigger. So that looks cool, right? And I can make it leaning. Wow, isn't that great? No, there's more. Okay, so we go to the drawing tools and you come down here and you say, well, text fill. Let's see, maybe we want it to have a gradient. But no, not that gradient. You got it. I want a rainbow. Oh my goodness, isn't this exciting? I heard you. I heard someone you say no. You're lying. It is. Okay, so we've got this. I can change the effects. I can make it rounded. I can make it, let's go here and make it a preset. Here, you can make your drop shadow. Okay, you have shadow, all those things. You can give that a color. You can give it a reflection. You can make it, let's see, let's make that a little bit more transparent so it's not as bright. 3D format, let's go to this one so it's a little bit more round. You get the idea. But wait, there's more. Let's straighten that back out so it doesn't keep rolling around. If you come down here to shape effects and you come down here, there are all of these other ones that you can choose here, which can get lots of fun. Okay, you can also get it to it from over here. And there's also this right here, these text effects. You have built-in shadows, built-in reflections. You don't even have to recreate everything. And then my favorite, this one right here, where you can come here and you can arc it or wrap it around or have it go in all sorts of ways. And then of course you get this and you get a yellow handle and you can adjust it so it changes. Isn't it fun? Bet you wish we were back at school, don't you? You do. But we're not. So there you go. this is when I would let you play. And you would have like the entire period to play. Alright, I'm done.